Hello, my name is Alfredo Mitre. I'm the Director of Employment of the Ministry of Labor and Workforce Development of the Republic of Panama. Thank you to the ILO Training Center for the invitation to participate in this seminar. Today, I'm going to share with you some of our experiences building a new digital, modern, and integrational public employment services for the Republic of Panama under the Ministry of Labor and Workforce Development. First of all, let me talk to you a little bit about our country. Panama is a small country located in Central America. We have 4.6 million people, according to the latest census of 2023 this year. And from that population, 2.1% are in the economically active age. So that means 62.4% of the total population. And about our incomes, 75% of the national total incomes come from financial services, tourism, and logistics. So now we are going to go straight to the point of the starting of this project, designing a new public employment service. And to understand why we needed to put so much attention to this topic, we have to understand this graphic. And this graphic shows the variation of the unemployment rate during the years. And as you could see, for 2020, during COVID, we hit 18.5% of the unemployment rate, which was the highest rate of unemployment that we have ever experienced in the country. And for that time, we were facing also the more than 285,000 people with contract suspended. That means they were on a labor relation, but they were not working because of the pandemic. And as you could see also, this graphic to the right, you can see that we had less than 50% contracts for 2020 to 2021 compared to the same time of the years 2017, 2018. So this was the situation of unemployment for 2020. So this is when we started working on developing a new system for the National Public Employment Service. And this is when we go straight to the international recommendations, following the SDG number 8 to promote decent work and economical growth. And then we also follow the recommendations of ILO about decent work. Refer to decent work as the aspiration of the people during their working life, and it means the opportunity to have access to productive employment. So what is decent work? Decent work must generate to the people fair income, safety in the workplace, social protections for all, better prospects for personal development and social integration, freedom for individuals to express their opinion, freedom for individuals to organize and participate in decisions that affect their lives, and equal opportunities and treatment for all women and men. So this is the main framework of the service we are offering in the Panamanian Employment Service. And this is the framework that we are sharing with the society. So we are willing to create the different protocols so we can have different offices apart to the Ministry of Labor for future. So let me tell you a little bit more about our legal framework. And this is very important because to have a stable service of employment, we must make sure that we have the legal framework to support the decisions we are making. So in our case in Panama, we ratified the Convention 88 about public employment services in 1970. And then in our labor code in 1971, we also have some dispositions and legal framework for the employment services. And then also in 1999, we ratified the Convention 181 about the employment agencies regulations, the private employment agencies regulation. So all those three legal framework are the main topics that are supporting the decisions we are making here in Panama to build the new, modern, and digital employment service. So what we have right now, We already trained our employment counselors, and we are still training them. And the employment counselors, then we have two kinds of employment counselors: the counselors for companies and the counselors for job seekers. Then we also develop and implement the Public Employment Service Management System that we call CIGESPE. And then we are developing as well the protocols and procedures, so we can make sure that every office of employment follow the same procedures to help the people that comes to our offices. It doesn't matter whether it is a job seeker or a company. So what are the benefits of a digital employment service, which is the topic that we are talking today during this presentation? First, I have to tell you the short terms. That means the response that we have to the users of the public employment service. So the short-term benefits are a better matching. This is something that all the companies are demanding for the employment services, to find the people that they're requiring to work. And then also the response that we're giving to the job seekers, that they're gonna have less waiting time to be able to be hired in their dream job, which is the main service that we offer. The companies can have the workforce they're looking for, and the job seekers can find the dream job they want to stay in. And then the other benefit would be the accessibility to identify more users. So the Public Employment Service can help guide and help them to find jobs, which is the main goal of the Public Employment Service. And then we have the long-term benefits, those benefits that you can feel in the long term. And those would be access to real data of the needs of the labor market, so we can have decisions about projects, protocols, or policies that we can develop in the country, so we can help the people that need them more. And then have real access to real data and information about the gaps between the workforce profile and the vacancies of the company. And those gaps are marked especially with the needs of the vacancy and then the profile of the workers. So this, what is causing that they are not matching, is the gap that we can develop programs so we can train and we can help the job seekers to fill the profile of the vacancies that are being required. So what we have done right now, we have 18 employment offices in the whole country, all in the Ministry of Labor offices. For future, we are developing the procedures to have allies employment offices. So right now we have at least one office in each province, and for future we are also going to have small employment offices in Aboriginal communities, so we can help people from the rural areas to develop employment projects. And then we have some expansion plans, and this is why we are developing the manuals, so we can prepare the system to have the alliance, so we can have other offices of employment in different institutions beyond the Ministry of Labor. So for example, we have in our track to have an employment office in our higher technical institutes, for example. And then we have plans to have the first employment office for sea people in the Maritime Authority of Panama. And also we have some economical zones, special economical zones, that they're willing to open employment offices under our regulation, which is the best practice that I can recommend to all the countries, to have employment services that can be offered in other institutions. So we have developed the master plan of the National Employment Service, and it is designed with a future perspective of digital services for self-registration, for example, digital counseling and self-intermediation. Because we know that for future, people cannot come or can not only come to the offices of employment, because what we are offering right now is a physical attention. But for future, thinking of a digital employment service, we can see people, for example, having employment counselor using WhatsApp or a video call or Zoom or any other tool that can help us identify the people that needs counseling, and we can help them via digital tools. So this is one of the goals that we are setting in the master plan of the Public Employment Service. And then we also are exploring the possibilities to have artificial intelligence to help job seekers and companies to find their wished workplace and or workforce. Because in artificial intelligence can let us know what we need, what training, what course or seminar we need to fill the vacancies of the company. So there are ways we can introduce artificial intelligence to the employment services so we can give a better response to our users, even whether they are companies or job seekers. So this is what we have right now. And again, I want to thank all of you for the attention, and especially to the ILO Training Center for the invitation. And here is my information. And if you want to contact me anytime for any other question, feel free to write me on my LinkedIn or find us in our website, mitradel.gov.pa/empleo. So thank you again and have a wonderful rest of the course.